Guys, in 1992, you might be wondering what was the fastest production car in the world. And you could say it was a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a Corvette, but it wasn't any of those things. It was a 1992 GMC Typhoon. That's right, a little GMC SUV with a turbo V6. Now the problem is, back in the day, a Ferrari would get beat by a Typhoon. Ferraris have gotten a little bit faster, so I figured it's time to make a Typhoon a little bit faster. And you might be wondering why. And all I gotta say is we got bored. See if I'm on fire. Hello, Typhoon. So guys, this is a really realistic moment of what happens when you buy something on Facebook Marketplace, because you buy it, you sit it in your yard, it sets for 6 months, and then you finally find the motivation to come get it out and do things with it. As you might notice, Garrett, you want to show them the problem with it?
I don't got an engine in it.
Yeah, but hypothetically, we might have a Texas Speed LS motor to put into it. Also, by the way, when I say we found motivation to come back to it, the motivation is in 17 days is LS Fest East.
The plan is to make a rip. And Wes is gonna make a rip. Well, he's gonna make a rip for like a short amount of time, but it's gonna rip really good and it's gonna break.
I do not like being called out like this, damn it.
It's Fat Man approved.
Dude, this ain't kind of cherry in here.
So
it's got 53,000 original miles on it.
Yep.
It don't start.
That's where you come in.
Clyde, look at that. Clyde, look down there. Look at the boost gauge. I just don't really feel like you're invested in the work we're trying to do here, dude. The problem is, right, we have 17 days to figure out how to build a twin turbo LS Typhoon that's 4-wheel drive.
That's not a problem, that's motivation.
See how fucking optimistic he is? I don't like it. This is George. Say hi, George. That's Frederick.
How you tell them apart from each other?
George is missing an arm. Anyway, next to all of that, right, is this big, beautiful plywood box. I could kind of tempt you on what's inside the box. Everyone wants to know what's inside the box, but I'll tell you, something big from Texas Speed. Hold on, would you give me a hand? Thank you. Hey, Texas Speed got me a big chair. This is an important moment. Are we ready? Oh, I forgot how good it looks.
God, it's got a good smell to it too. It just smells like horsepower.
Yeah, it smells like a lumber yard. The problem is, right, first thing I've noticed, we have this beautiful Texas Speed intake, and I don't think that's gonna fit underneath the hood. The brakes work? Yep, brakes work.
All the brakes work on it.
God dang, this thing's basically built. I think I've got a pretty good idea on where we need to start with this. Probably needs a motor. All right, so you might be wondering what we're doing here. This is the pan that Texas Speed sends with all their motors, which is just like a standard car oil pan, which works great for like 90% applications, except for the fact that it is also all-wheel drive. So we got to make sure the front diff fits with the oil pan and everything else. That's why we got an aftermarket oil pan right there that should fit it.
Pickup tubes hitting on the bottom of the pan because it's got them big old rods in her.
We know how to fix this, don't we?
Whoa, what are you doing with that?
Hey, we're just going.
That's not gonna do enough. It needs like a ½ inch.
See, that's bent down. We just bend it up, you know? This oil pan we got is a great oil pan, except for the fact that we had to make fit. Now that we've made that fit, it makes that not fit. And we have to make that fit so this will fit in there. So, moral of the story, don't fit. It took massive modification. We've chopped, cut, grinded, and eventually the oil pan now fits. So now we can see if the motor actually fits the car. All right, bring it in here. Come on, baby. This is gonna be your new home. You're gonna love it here. Forward it a little bit. All right, there we go. Go ahead, go down. It looks like it might actually fit. I don't want to say nothing too soon because I'll jinx ourselves, but I might have spoke too soon. It might not fit. There it goes. It's not in there straight, but it's in there. Ta-da! Motor's officially in there. Here's the good news, right? Now we know exactly how much room we have to make turbo manifolds. We know how much room we have for everything else that we need to figure out about this thing. All right, guys, here's the deal. In the last 30 seconds of the video, it probably went from we have 7 days to build this to now we have 4 days to build the GMC Typhoon. And the thing is, for the last few days, we've been just trying to chase parts and get all the parts that we need to actually put this thing together, and I think we got it. Texas Speed Intake, Tick Performance Intercooler. Hellion sent us out a set of their 64mm turbos, ICT billet stuff, some custom coils, a whole bunch of Holley mid-amount accessory system, and you might be wondering why there's a set of mixing cups here. And I'm not gonna tell you.
We came here this morning needing to get a reducer from a 1 7/8 pipe to 2.5, and we were left scrambling trying to figure out what we were gonna do. And you want to show them what you found that works?
Dollar General stainless steel, and looky there. It is a perfect header reducer. I don't know what the pressure rating on it is. If we can make 20 pounds boost with that, but you know, we will try and we will find out. It's a third cup if anyone is wondering.
We have no idea if it's gonna work or not, but get to tack weld and we'll see what happens. We're not gonna make it. I like to be optimistic, right? But 4 days, it's not a lot of time, and that's a lot of shit. You know, if people were betting right now on whether we're gonna make it here with this thing running, I feel like they'd bet on us.
I'd bet against us, but I think we're gonna make it.
But the good news is we're building headers, and he's worked on them for, how long has he worked on them? 2 days. And there's 1 pipe. We got 3 days left. So by the end of that, we got 3 pipes out of 8. That's pretty good. Right, Logan? Yeah. Yeah. Doing a good job.
Keep it up.
Yeah.
Whee! We've put a part on. It's not all the parts, but it's one. So guys, the thing is this is actually going really, really well.
Speak by grunts.
Oh. Well, in my redneck calculations, that looks f***ing sick. Dude, honestly, we could have this thing started in like 2 hours. We could have this thing running. Guys, don't worry. LS's fit perfectly into GMC Typhoons. There we go. Look at that.
Hell, we got all sorts of room now.
Dude, we could almost take that off if we had to. All right, feast your eyes.
The turbos look good. Like the turbo themselves.
It looks like it had a stroke.
Well, also it's midnight and you gotta have it on the dyno at like 9 a.m.
No, we gotta leave here at 10 a.m.
Yeah, looks like you're gonna be here all night.
But look at the turbos, look how good they look.
Well, let's get a look closer. Let's take a look at them. I thought you guys were sticking the turbos underneath the hood.
We need some metal for the floorboard, so we cut the holes out of the hood because we didn't figure.
No, you didn't. Well, you can cut holes in the hood.
Yeah, I know, I did for the floorboard.
The only thing I'm thinking is that like, it better shoot flames. Well, it better shoot flames and not burn down.
You know, why are you such a picky motherfucker? You know, why are you gonna see me so fucking picky? You asked me build you car, I build you car, and then you're like, don't catch the motherfucker on fire. All right, guys, here's the deal, right? It's very, very close. Very close. How close are we, Wade?
A little bit, not quite as close as what he says.
Very close. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, you see what's in his hand? Braking oil. You know what you gotta do to break in a motor? Start it. That's where we're at. Ta-da! Last thing done. So, we have fuel pressure. If the spark is there and it has fuel and everything else works, this thing should start right now. This is a big fucking moment, I'm telling you. Everybody cross your fingers. Guys, today's video is sponsored by SimpliSafe. And guys, there is no safe like SimpliSafe. And the thing is, if you guys have watched the channel for a long time, you know that one of the first sponsors we ever had was SimpliSafe. And for a pretty good reason. Because our old shop got broken into, they stole a bunch of tools and a bunch of stuff out of it. And right after that, SimpliSafe reached out and said, hey, we'd like to sponsor one of your videos and we'd like to give your shop some new security. And the thing is, I've had SimpliSafe for years on that old shop and we never got broken into after that point. So we're big fans of SimpliSafe around here. SimpliSafe is a comprehensive security system that helps you with intruders, fires, floods, and even more. And the thing is, there's always live guard protection agents 24/7 to help you with anything that you might need. Now the other thing is, guys, SimpliSafe doesn't lock you into long-term contracts or hidden fees like other security companies do.
And the thing is, it's easy to install. Even I could do it. And if you don't want to install it yourself, you can find a professional to install it for you. Right now, you can save up to 50% off on a new SimpliSafe system when you sign up for fast protection monitoring. Visit simplisafe.com/Weston to customize your new setup. And just remember, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Yeah! The white turned green and then it's just blue all over my arm. My God, it's alive! Dude! Ah! Damn, it sounds good! I can't hear nothing!
Not sure what that is, but it's on fire. Yeah, don't worry about that. It's finally alive. We're only 2.5 days late. Dude, it sounds real good though. We should probably just throw it on the trailer and take it to the dyno, but we only let it run for like 20 seconds. So let's go make 1,000 horsepower. So by the time we get it loaded up and everything, it'll be about 2 o'clock and we gotta be there by 3:30. That gives us an hour and a half to make a 3-hour drive. We are now at the dyno shop. It's been like 3 hours. We've been on the road for a minute. I hate showing up to the dyno with something that's not ready. And we're very not ready. Ignore all the things that aren't good because it was built in a very big hurry. We've had it running for 45 seconds, so.
That's great.
It's going to be a dumpster fire.
How do we go throttle?
I haven't figured that out yet. I'm unstoppable. Don't have a throttle cable, don't worry about it. I'll make one. So, the secret is you want this zip tie through first. That way it locks it in. What? You know, you may
I'm learning.
Just trust the process.
I'm learning the right way how to do it.
Yeah, you're learning. Trust the process.
What do you think?
I got the bag of zip ties after it. To be honest, it looks dumb, but it works. God, I look at it. Woo! You know what's funny? I've owned this thing for like 6 months, and he's driven it further than anyone else has that I've seen. Now the thing is, guys, I'm not exactly sure how much boost pressure it's gonna make. I don't remember what gates are in it. We don't know what springs are in it at all, so we're just gonna send it and see what happens. Motor runs good. I'm not sure if it did anything, but you know, that's a pretty good rip for a second. Almost 800 foot-pounds of torque and 620 horse to the wheel. So it's like 800 horsepower right now is what it's running on the first hit with not even a break-in. Good thing Texas Speed builds good motors.
Yeah, it's sucking air big time in the manifold. Really, really bad.
Is it good enough to send?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna slow down the spool time quite a bit on that side.
That's why we got the other side to compensate for it. Well, I mean, we ain't looking to turn it balls to walls. At least
No, I mean,
make it run. I'm just happy it runs. I'm just happy it runs. Now all we need to do is make the 8-hour drive from Kansas City to Bowling Green. It is 9:30 at night. If we leave right now, we'll get there by 5:43 a.m. Not counting for Waffle House stops and fuel stops. Oh yeah, I can definitely hear that exhaust like now. Well, damn. It shot f***ing flames like this f***ing long on each turbo.
That sounded crazy. Dude, you were going so quick.
Dude, in 4-wheel drive, this thing is gonna get the f down. This thing is gonna be downright dumb. It's gonna spin all 4 tires. So basically what's happening here right now is imagine rednecks get bored and they have a bunch of power wheels that don't work, but they have a hill. They take and push the power wheels down the hill and see how far they can make it before they crash. But normally they do this on dirt where power wheels kind of grip a little bit. This is asphalt. which means it hurts a lot if they fall off the Power Wheels. And also it means that the Power Wheels is gonna drift, slide, do all the bad things. So here's the thing, right? This is you, and this is the guy she tells you not to worry about. Hit him! Hit him! Hit him! Ooh, who threw that? Woo! That's the one I want. How do we feel about your race? How do you feel about your performance here?
That was pretty damn good. That was pretty good.
Yeah, you dodged it instead of ramming it with the finish line, but I feel like you did good here. Oh, I can with this. So how's this work? Do we get a push off at the top, or do you just?
Vermont style. You gotta run across, get your cart, and push yourself off. I broke my elbow 2 years ago doing this.
You guys are all slow, right? They all said they're slow. That means they're fast as f. What's the paper?
It's a sign of your life away. You wipe out. I'm not responsible for road rash, brain damage.
Give me the rules. What do I need to know about this? How do I win?
Okay, so you have an advantage because of the mass here. It's gonna help. Okay, your low center of gravity.
You must be talking about my muscle.
Yes, exactly. On your mark, get set, go! Oh my God, and lost, but it was fun to watch.
What the f you talking about cheated?
You got pushed. You can't get no push.
My great uncle told me one time, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
I agree. I
was trying hard.
Big dreams are all about to come true. Chilling at the top with a nice view. It's a good life right now. It's a good life right now.
So guys, we drove at 500 feet, and in that amount of time, the shifter is broken, and it's leaked more transmission fluid than it had in it somehow. So, good news.
How long do you have till the burnout competition?
What time is it?
5:58.
Okay, yeah, I got 2 minutes until it starts. Hey, look at that right there. Wait a minute. What is right underneath that rainbow? The burnout pad! Somehow, I'm not sure how, it's working. The shifter's still not working, but anyway, somehow I've got it started. As long as I don't shut it off, it should be fine. Guys, we know how to use fire extinguisher. Transmission won't go in park, so there's our new tire stop right there. You were kind of here for everything I've done wrong in the past.
Yeah.
But I would like you to know I'm using my fire extinguisher this year.
I see that. So my question is this one gonna make it?
It was just leaking transmission fluid. We just fixed it, and now the shifter doesn't work.
Are you gonna give me the element of surprise?
Yeah, you're gonna be real surprised. I started on this 7 days ago. In 6 days, we put a 427 Texas Speed LS motor in it with twin 64mm turbos on it, and it has 16 zip ties as the throttle cable. I don't even know if it'll do a burnout. I've driven it from the trailer to my booth, and then from my booth right over here. Woo! Hey, they got a drone flying around out here in front of me. Look at that thing. That thing's fancy. Check, see if I'm on fire.
No, you're not. You're fine. Keep going. Keep going. You're big.
Hey, we're good. There ain't no fire. The coolant system popped off and put the fire out. Hey, the one thing I want to know though, was that a pretty good test drive?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm happy with that, you know? Guys, thank you all for coming out here and watching the burnout competition. I'm gonna go check on my Typhoon. It was great seeing y'all. And if you see me broken down alongside the highway, bring Taco Bell or something. Testing out your Typhoon for you.
Yeah, you did that.
She works real good. I'll tell you, when you're sliding sideways and the power steering catches on fire, you kind of got to let out of it for a second, but after that you can get right back in and it's fine.
Is that gonna happen all the time?
Probably, yeah. Hey, dude, is this the best I've ever done here or what?
Yeah.
None's on fire. I haven't flipped anything over. Dude, well, that's just dramatic. Why they got to pull up with that? It's too much. Was that me who did that? I don't think that was me. That wasn't me.
Weston!
Yeah.
Can I be in your YouTube video?
Yeah, say something funny right now.
Just say something crazy.